everybody, what's up, and welcome back to the garden. Today we are going to be taking a look around at our daffodils and various types of narcissus that are in bloom. I have quite a few types here in the yard. Some of them are early bloomers, some of them are late bloomers. We're going to be taking a look at how we can use these daffodils for cut flowers. Now, when it comes to using these in cut flower arrangements, I think that daffodils definitely get an unfair rap. Now, there are, of course, the native ones that grow wild on roadsides, but in terms of actual flower types, we have so much variety to choose from. And what's actually really awesome about these daffodils as well is that the actual shapes come in a wide range of shapes. You have the singles, you have those with a larger cup, those with a smaller cup, split cup butterfly varieties, doubles that are big and fluffy with lots of petals. Really just so many options, and that's really the exciting part. You know, there's lots of variety and you're not really limited with what you can use in your cut flower arrangement. However, there are some things that you are going to want to take into consideration in order to get the best blooms and best use out of these daffodils as possible. Before we start picking these daffodil flowers, we are going to need to take into account that they are toxic. All parts of this plant are toxic. And as you'll see a little bit later, it is important that we go ahead and put some gloves on just to make sure we're not getting any of this on our hands or, irritating our skin, because these can be quite irritating to a lot of people and we will need to handle them properly. After I have put my gloves on, the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to go out and I'm going to take a look at the flower heads. If we wait until the daffodil flowers are completely open, we are going to have a very short vase life, usually about maybe 2 to 4 days, 4 days being very generous. But if we pick them at the correct stage, we are going to have a vase life that is much longer, even up to maybe a week. So not the longest lasting flowers in a vase, but definitely worth it, especially if you have some types that have a little bit of fragrance that smell nice in your flower arrangement. So to pick the perfect flower, I am going to look for flower buds that are not open yet. Now, in doing so, there will be some things that I need to watch out for. In general, I've found that most daffodil varieties have kind of this little sheath or kind of like a skin over top of the actual flower buds. When these flower buds are very, very young, that skin is just a fresh green color, and that kind of skin has not filled out all the way. There's usually a little bit of extra plant material at the tip of that flower. It's hard to explain, but hopefully you're seeing it in the video as I'm talking about it. Those are not ready. Those will not open in the vase. Leave those. They need more time to mature. As the buds start to get a little bit older, you'll notice that that skin that was green or sheath or whatever it's called, I'm sure it has some technical plant name, you'll notice that that starts to turn brown. As that starts to turn brown, it also starts to kind of slide down the stem. And you'll notice that that actual flower bud will be pushing out of that little brown papery bit. Those flowers are getting a lot closer. At this point in time is the time where I usually will touch the bloom lightly, very gently with my fingertips. We don't want to bruise the flowers or anything like that or damage them, but I will touch them very, very lightly and see whether or not they're still firm. If that flower bud is still very firm, it is still not time for me to pick that yet. If that flower bud has started to get a little bit softer and has some give in it, kind of like a marshmallowy feeling, then it might be getting close to the time to pick that flower. Another good indicator of when to pick the flower, if the flower is opening at all, has started to begin to open, that's a good time to pick the flower. Or if the flower bud itself feels a little bit soft and the color is already shining through, very vibrant, very bright, and you can tell the petals have a little bit of give to them, that is a good time to start picking those flowers. Now, when actually picking these flowers, you have a couple of options. You can use scissors to cut them, but I think the most recommended way to do this is to take your gloved hand and go to the very bottom of the stem, and you're going to kind of twist and snap or kind of pull to pick those flowers rather than cut them. When you cut daffodil flowers, what happens is they have this sap. It contains toxic chemicals, as we've mentioned earlier, but that sap will run very, very freely out of the stems of the daffodils. Now, the problem with this, of course, is because the sap is toxic. If you get it on your hands, it can irritate your skin. But also, if you put it in a vase, that kind of sappy goo that runs out of those flowers can clog up the stems of the plants, making it difficult for them to uptake water. Also, you know, dirty water is a recipe for bacteria in your vase, which will also shorten the vase life of your flowers. If you want to mix daffodil flowers with other cut flowers at this time, it is also a no-go. That will also cause issues for your other cut flowers. When you snap the flowers off at the base, sometimes if you have a clean snap, there is a lot less goo that is likely to seep out of those flowers. If you do cut them, there is an option if you do want to, you know, put them in a vase. What I like to do personally is cut the flowers and then put them in their own container of clean water for 24 hours. After they have been in their own container for 24 hours, then I can arrange them with other flowers or put them in a new vase. Usually I find as long as, you know, a day or so has passed since I cut them and I get rid of that sap water that, you know, things have been conditioning in, I have less of a problem with the daffodils negatively affecting the other plants that I arrange them with. So at that time, I move them again to a vase full of fresh water. I hope that makes sense. If I'm not explaining that well, be sure to put it in the comments and ask me if I can clear it up. After the daffodils have been placed in their water, it's safe to bring them inside in their vase. And yes, they will still be closed at this time, but as long as you put them, you know, on a nice sunny table or wherever you want your vase to be, of course, they should have no problems opening up in the vase. Usually it takes about a day to a day and a half for the flowers to fully open. Again, depending upon at what stage you have cut the flowers, you know, if they're a little bit more closed, they might take a couple more days to open. But as long as you keep that water nice and fresh and clean, you should have a really, really beautiful display of cut flower daffodils to enjoy indoors this coming spring. I always just love bringing a little bit of spring color into the house, especially when we're still kind of dealing with the cooler days, waiting for that weather to really, really warm up. That's one of the main reasons I love early blooming flowers so much. They just let me know that summer is definitely on the way and to be patient. That's really about it for this video. I hope that it was helpful. I know that I made a video like this a long time ago. I actually think how to use daffodils as cut flowers was one of the very first, it might have been the first video that I made here on YouTube. I think I got like 26 views or something, which is awesome. Anyway, if you're new to the channel and you like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell icon for notifications. We'd absolutely love to have you. We're always making all kinds of new videos about cut flowers and gardening and maybe some random DIY projects. So if you like a little bit of surprise, you might like this channel too. Tell your friends, all that good stuff. We're just trying to keep on growing. Big thank you to everyone who supports me. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Even the littlest thing, I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys are having such an amazing day. I hope your garden is looking absolutely gorgeous. You deserve it. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.